Good evening and welcome to the news. My name is Lamini Temalangeni. First, the headlines. His Majesty King Yemaswati III has blessed about 50 chiefs in Banpabenkosi. Nomvula Hlophe appointed as Deputy of Public Prosecutor. Gundane workers strive over salaries in unproductive unions. The news. His Majesty King Yemaswati III urges the newly blessed chiefs to lead with respect. The King said this at Ngabezweni Royal Residence.
His Majesty King Yemaswati III appointed 50 chiefs from the various regions across the country. His Majesty stated that as they execute their mandate as chiefs, they are expected to serve the nation with respect and also in turn teach Yemaswati to respect each other, as Yemaswati are known for respect worldwide.
Ngendala ngiyawubuka live ngiyawubuka sive senkosi le satiwa kola kangwane ngibuhle ngenhlonipho nangokuphatha kahle njengoba nje niyalele emphakathini ngiyona nje lefanele ilokuthathwa lena ebumeni ukuthathwa lokuhlonipha ngoba abantu sebafuna kulahla tindvo lehle ngoba kulahla inhlonipho kufuna kuba libhova akusidi ngoba amabhova akavami ukuphelela ngesigaba lesimiswa aphela kakhulu kabi amabhova leyo-ke akusinto lekufuna siyikhuthathe sinemaswa.
His Majesty stated that this is one part where it has concluded the appointments of chiefs have been sealed with the last stamp, His Majesty giving them direction at the ceremony, which was preceded by a ceremony that started at BULLETIN Royal Palace, where Her Majesty the Queen Mother also carried out the same duty of giving blessings to the appointed chiefs. For Channel Yemaswati News, I'm Linda Shongwe with Judith Mamba.
His Majesty King Yemaswati III has appointed Nomvula Hlophe as Acting Director of Public Prosecutor. The announcement was made by Chief Justice Yemaswati. His Majesty King Yemaswati III has appointed Nomvula Hlophe as Acting Director of Public Prosecutions. Her appointment was announced by Chief Justice Yemaswati in a press briefing held at the High Court, where the Minister of Justice and Constitutional Affairs, Polile Shakantu, was also present. Chief Justice also announced the appointment of 11 judges, 8 of which are permanent judges. The Supreme Court, His Majesty appointed Judge Mbutfo Mamba, Yokoba Margaret van de Waal, and Judith Carey. Sabelo Mduduzi Masuku was appointed as the High Court Judge. Andreas Mfansenil Kele as appointed as Industrial Court of Appeal Judge. Mzigayisa Agrippa Mota, Velapisa Kele Dlamini and Lungile Msimango appointed as Industrial Court Judges. Mabandla Jacob Manzini was appointed as the Acting Judge of the Supreme Court. Tammy Lawrence Dlamini was appointed as the Acting Judge of the High Court, whilst Banele Ngampalala was appointed as the Acting Judge of the Industrial Court.
Umumba pinza bonge engwenyameni kunene kusibusisela lo msebenzi namuhla majaji ingwenyama lewabekile Supreme Court mathathu a permanent High Court linye permanent Industrial Court of Appeal linye permanent Industrial Court kunamajaji lamathathu nawa permanent bese kuba namajaji latawubamba wesikhashana lesethembako ngoba solo siyakhulumisana nahulumende naminister nawo uphuma uyangena uyasibambisa sembathi sitawagcina siwatholile emapost ingwenyama ibe seyibona kufanele ukuthi ibeke lo Mvula Hlophe kuthi kusale kuba nguye lobamba lesikhundla sekuba acting director of public prosecutions. Sisabuka umkhuhlane ukuthi wenda njani. Nalela bekakhona khona bekunene.
For Channel Yemaswati News, I am Temalanga Ndlamini with Linda Shongwe Babane. The Ministry of Information, Communications and Technology, in collaboration with the SADC Secretariat, engaged the media to discuss how information can be shared.
The SADC region wants to give its nations information that regards on their operations. ESWATINI is also part of the region and in ensuring that it gathers public relations officers and media personnel so that they can be given details on how they can better work with each other. As there was a meeting staged virtually today where they were interacting with their counterparts from the SADC region.
Media editors, communications officers, ukuthi singabambisana njani ukuthi imisebenzi yaSADC even yatiwe sive nokuthi SADC nje solo samjoyina silive sesikuphi siyapi shothi siyethemba ukuthi emva kwalomhlangano kulaba lesihlangane nabo sidaphuma nema strategies ukuthi sitawukhona ukuthi live silatise kanjani ngalomsebenzi ongaka lomhlelo wangaSADC kule live. Sikhanze ukuthi kumcoka lokuthi sibe nalobudlelwano so that tinsatheli for laba communications sitokhona ukuthi sakhe luhla lokuthi sidathambisa kanjani letindzaba leti accurate news so that batoniketa sive tindzaba letingito ngemisebenzi lemihle lendiwa ngiSADC kule live nekuthi nje ndawubekisa nje kunema issues ukuthi SADC uyasidevelopela silive kunema issues zabo scholarship.
For Channel Yemaswati News, I'm Linda Shongwe with Temalanga Ndlamini Babane.
Fire personnel have promised to down tools if the circular that was introduced to work against them is not addressed.
ESWATINI National Fire Emergency personnel today downed their tools inside their work premises as they demanded to know how far is their issue of being paid their overtime allowances. When our reporters arrived at the fire emergency station in Babane, we found workers inside their premises not working. They mentioned that they are not pleased with the circular that was changed because it doesn't favor their needs and compensate them for working overtime. They mentioned that they have other pressing issues that they are still pending in court, which to this day they are not resolved.
Industrial court. So lokwendekile kwekuthi ngaphambilini kube kwaba nesekhula lebekhona la kafire sekhula number 4 of 2020 leyasina ifika watholakala ukuthi disebendi atiyemukele ngoba tatholakala use introduce seyishintsha lesekhula ema terms and conditions of service. Emveni sathi sinasisebenda itholakala ukuthi sisebenza kuba night shift lapho khona usebenza khona more than 8 hours ukhanza so sebenza 16 hours so ke ngaphambilini bekuyaye bese kuyabhadalwa lo 8 hours lomunye as overtime so ke nyalo lokwenteka ukuthi sesiyasebenza nje akusabhadalwa akaziphela lesekula sithi ayisekho ngoba kwabonakala lokuthi hayi ya introduce ka emaparties anga negotiate avumelana kwasuke kwa consultana nje kathi la kule sekhula kunema clauses lapho khona asathinza ama terms and conditions of service so ngeke uwa consultele nje.
All right. Okay. Nigcina niphuma naliphi nyalo ukuya empini?
Nyalo lesiphuma nalo ukuthi disebenzise sijelile ukuthi on Monday iyabuyela indzaba yethu enkantolo. We hope lokuthi laba sisebenzela yona ama attorneys ethu batabe sebavumelene mhlawumbe nalabo baka AG ukuthi this is the way forward. So on Monday
I am Zandile Mpapane for Channel Yemaswati News, visuals by Linda Shongwe, Mbabane.
A man was sentenced to 28 years imprisonment without an option of a fine after being found guilty of killing his girlfriend. Sifiso Pefene Vilagati has been sentenced to 28 years of imprisonment without an option of a fine. The accused was convicted of the murder of Lindokuhle Priska Mdluli And the accused and the deceased were in a love relationship in which a 4-year-old baby had been born at the time the deceased was killed. Evidence tendered in court is that the accused went to the homestead where the mother of his 4-year-old baby resided. On arrival, he knocked at the door of the room she resided in, but the mother of his child did not open for him. Instead, she kept quiet inside. Evidence tendered by the pathologist who examined the body of the deceased is that 41 stab wounds were inflicted in her body and that 26 were fatal. Before passing the sentence, the judge stated that the society is crying out for the end to the killing of women by men. Some people have shared their views through local media and went to the extent of persuading the government to declare the killing of women by men a national disaster. For Channel Yemaswati News, I am Temalangeni Dlamini, High Court.
iCash Hardware offers a wide range of industry-leading painting material from roller brushes to a variety of durable paints. We have everything you need from high-quality aluminum windows to elephant doors. iCash has the best electrical materials such as conduit pipes and house wires. High-quality roofing material like strong timber, heavy tiles, IPR, corrugated iron and nails. Visit iCash today and get the strongest building materials such as wheelbarrows, mesh wires and reinforcements. We offer the most popular cements. At iCash, we have unbeatable prices for irrigation pipes, maize and water tanks. We offer convenient delivery from all our branches across the Kingdom of ESWATINI. For more information, contact us at 24371 710 or send us an email at buycashhardware@gmail.com. Buy cash, buy quality, buy it less.
Introducing InstaCash, your newest and convenient mobile wallet in Eswatini. With InstaCash, you can send and receive money using your cell phone, buy electricity, airtime for any mobile network, and make payments for goods and services. T's and C's apply. Register with InstaCash for free today at an InstaCash agent nearest to you, or visit our one-stop service center at the Swazi Plaza in Baban. InstaCash, in your hands.
Lalela la felani angeke kukusite lokulo nami sekuphela amaviki lamabili solo kumele 50,000 wami msakwenda kwangathi wedwa kulolutaku
make simelani mina ngifuna yami imali la nguwe lo angijoinisa kule nhlangano yakho yakanhlaka
kaphelani ningafaki imali tenu enhlanganweni letingekho emthethweni yiba nesiqiniseko ukuthi nisebenza ningaphandle lelicense ngu-FSRA noma i-Central Bank kuze ningadliwa ngamahumusha kuva kabanti shayela ku-2406 8000 noma ubhale ubude ku-WhatsApp ku-7658 0214 FSRA umlawuli ukuphathwa kwemali eSwatini.
Are you living with HIV? Are you staying with a TB patient? Do you have silicosis? If yes, screen for TB in your nearest health facility. If you do not have any TB symptoms, then start TB preventive treatment, TPT. TPT is now improved and can be taken for a shorter duration. Very safe and no need to repeat the treatment after 2 years. If you are living with HIV, visit the Art Clinic and get TPT. If you're staying with a TB patient or you once worked in the mines and caught silicosis, visit your nearest TB clinic and get your TPT and be protected from TB. This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health under the National TB Control Program and Swaziland National AIDS Program.
At Mojane AEC Preschool, we are now doing our intake for 2023. Bring your young ones to the best preschool for the best foundational growth. We accept children between the ages of 3 to 5 years. Our learning facility is divided into 3 classrooms. We have the best teachers who also care for our little ones. We provide nutritious lunch meals for our scholars, so no need to give them lunch boxes. Intake closes at the end of November 2022. Find us at Mojane AEC next to the clinic or call us on 7847-1374. 7847-1374.
Phepha mzalwane, kuhamba nesixuku kuphephile kunekuhamba uwedwa.
Ngingumtali lonakako ngemfana wami. Ngiyaqiniseka ukuthi ukuphi futhi uphephile ngaso sonke isikhathi.
Ukwethemba kwami akukuniki ligunya lokuthi ungihlukubede.
Ngiyamethemba umfundisi wami ukuthi utangisita uma ngimbikela ngekuhlukubeteka.
Noma ngihlukubedekile solo ngiyingcenye yemango.
Lo mlayeto wemasombo niwulethela litiko letempilo netinhlangano letina-dream services.
Kundane Investment employees downed tools today, complaining about being forced to join a union which they claim does not help them in any way.
Workers of Kundane, a company working under Montigny, today downed their tools as they complained about the number of grievances, which they mentioned that these type of challenges make their work very hard. One of their grievances is that a union that was formed to address their issues is not doing much for them in terms of addressing their issue. Another one of their grievances is that they were not given salary increments as promised by their managers. When our reporters arrived at the scene, we found that other workers were outside the gate as they continued to demonstrate, and others who preferred to remain anonymous made these remarks.
It's my petition in the police says I sassat come galum part of my range. So you ask people to study the passes, let's say the petition. You always make send a park and never pass now about chicks. She was shang it quite up, but that's Matia is a samped. Spins boy. As soon as I say union is my food. Ale mali 8.5% ngetela uhulumende abasinika ngecards. So na 20% asingetela umqasho uthi indlu yasitulela lapha 500 asinikwa neleshela kudla. Manje kuzivisa ubhlungu nerent lamakhaya eyasikhalisa kakhulu vele. Yikho lesikubesikuthele namhlanje manje abasinaki labasiphika umphathi wema range.
Nisebenza kuphi nini mfowethu?
La kaGundwane Montini.
Walifanga igama la Gundwane.
Montini.
Hey, Gundwane
bathi msakungishaya mina bese sendimata impahla engabani.
Bese sifuna le impendulo.
Sinesifuna impendulo. Bathi abafuna ukusinika impendulo. Sebalenze oso baphethe ibhamba bafuna kusidubula. Angisa understand mina ukuthi kwendekani.
Sasa 40 rand wethu.
Hayi kude nalenyonyane sisi. Izange sebekhona nyonyane. Azange sesikhethe inyonyane. Inyonyane yeta nalo Gundwane wakhona. Smart nalo Gundwane ukuthi wena. Yeta na Gundwane inyonyane. Sine sifuna inyonyane yethu. Lesitawathi ukuthi nasifuna into kuvele kwendeke ngale ndlela esifuna ngayo. Manje le nyonyane le ithatha information ku Gundwane. Kwethu thina lesikhulumako kude lasita ngakho. Solo yefika kude lasita ngayo. Kude. Solo empty nje. Sikhala ngaloku kude, sikhala ngaloku kude. Manje awuthi sendani ke selishot sendalite.
Ungamani usherishe nalenye indvozi. So ke lokhu kubhlungu kwengiloko ukuthi le union ayikhoni ukukhulumela ukuthi labantu abahlale endlini, bahlale kuyo mahala. Labagibela kwema transport khona labahlala kuBoliyengo, kuBomalikhensi, labahlala kuBosiphoqosini bahlala khashane beda la kulomsebenzi. Abanikwa imali. Umuntu lo sebenza la ngekhathi uhola 2000 kulabo bakaGundane. So ke kubhlungu lokho ukuthi uhola 2000 uhamba uyorenta indlu ya 550 kude imali leseli awukhoni kwenda lutho ekhaya kude nje into lokhona kuyenda lapho. So
nakathi babeka ikhalota abo lebakhala ngathi emsebenzini kabevakali na ukhuluma uyaxoshwa. Yafa bahamba athi sebenzi lekhala ngakwafaka ipetition. Asinayifaka ipetition kulo ayi receive ipetition. Lelanga la namhlanje besibuya ukuthi stova ngenza by petition. So yayiphika namhlanje uthi yena akusuyele kumele ukuthi aphendule ngepetition.
We tried to get a comment from the administration of Kundane Montigny company, but our efforts were futile as they mentioned that they were in a meeting and our reporters should call them later. I am Zandile Mpapane for Channel Yemaswati News. Gary Carlos and Demalangeni Dlamini, Bunya.
A woman of Maqecheni fears for her life as she claims residents of that area wants to kill her because of her spiritual gift.
Mrs. Mamba from Maqecheni is complaining about people from her area stating that they want her dead because they fear her power of prayer. She mentioned that they do not want to see her at the area and told her they have told her in the face that their place is a place of witchcraft and they need no one to disturb their work. She mentioned that they now call her a witch.
Okay, inkinga yami ngiyathandazela mina landzaweni. Ngichamuke endzaweni yasesithobelweni. Nasesithobelweni bengenda kona lokho ngithandaza. Ngishisa bolamlambo nabodokoloshi. Konke lokhu ngathi kusigodlo semadimoni ngiyakushisa. Nako lokuba linyanyisako la enzaweni yeMaqecheni. sengize ngivukelwe ngilomango ngathi nangivukelwe ngilomango wonke base bathumela abantu labathi babo social welfare bathi abete batongikhokha la khaya uthi social welfare angibuyele emuva ngathi mina social welfare angathi angibuyele kanjani emuva ngoba mphela mina ngakhile la bathi ke kusho yena awudzingeki nje kwakhona la ndzaweni lana indzawo yebathakathi nako indzawo yebathakathi la ngcono kube nawe ungumthakathi ayasho nanyalo ukuthi indzawo yebathakathi la bona bebathina abathakathile batawuta kimi banathe litiya phindze futhi babuyele bayothakatha
litiya lani make
ngisebenzisa litiya lempepho ngathini FG Joko i5 Roses itreka bahlala nabo celemba la etiteshini netibhamu
baye bathina bakusukela bathi basukela bani lo yini
bafuna lo mthakathi unesigodo lesingetulu kwalesigodo lesinani
osho bathi wena nguwe lo mthakathi
bathi ngimi lo mthakathi
Mage Mamba said she fears for her life because they want to kill her. I am Nohlatla Twala reporting for Yemaswati channel with Nondobeko Tabete at Magcecheni.
Instacash has announced that they are pleased with the number of people recruited in the last 4 days.
Instacare's main objective is to develop the Yemaswati, especially about financial inclusion and create employment. As part of their mandate, they made it their priority to also develop the youth under the Hoho Football Association, whereby they sponsored the youth with a sum of 130,000 Malangeni. The youth was then trained to recruit more people, and their target, as they mentioned, was 1,000. Today, the Chief Executive Officer of Instacash mentioned that they are pleased to announce to Yemaswati that in the past 4 days, the youth were able to recruit more than 3,000 people. Mentioned that this is great work from the youth as it showed dedication and how serious they take their training.
The Football Association sikhona ukusupporta intsha lekhona emakhaya ngekuthi sifundzise kuba ama-agents a-Instacash. So lonke licembu lelikhona kulama leagues lakhona kahoho nakhona even lonke litasiniketa intsha ibe yinye lesitayifundzisa bese iyahamba yo-recruiter licembu layo netihleletayo. Kuyawuthi makufika langa lekuyodlala ku-league yakubo laba tawube bahlabene ngeku-recruiter ema-customer lamanenga Instacash batawuba ngibo labatawudlala the top 4 letawube ikhona ngalelo langa ngiyo letawukhona kudlala kule one day tournament. Iformat yethu ke kutabang 2 wema-game 2 wema-semi-final ekseni i-final after lunch so that masihamba leyo team lewinile ithole nawo sithiteke kulaba la sibatrain
na ukuthi ngabe sithini nombolo nje sitry ukubuka nama common na ukuthi lokho injarishako nakhona kuto na sitosheshe sek-address with the clubs. It's a good initiative, and the numbers, once we have statistics, I think next week we'll be having much higher numbers. This weekend we are going to the Northern Hall, LFTC, the Northern clubs. We hope the attendance is high. We appreciate, we noted that even the sponsorship is more than 130,000. Take into account the now, and we are grateful to this baby color because we cover maybe half of the country.
I am Zandile Mpapane for Channel Yemaswati News with Gary Carlos Mbabane.
Before we end our news bulletin for tonight, let us look at our top stories making headlines. His Majesty King Yemaswati III has blessed about 50 chiefs in Banpabenkosi. Nomvula Hlophe appointed as Deputy of Public Prosecutor. Gundane workers strive over salaries in unproductive unions. We've come to the end of our news. Till next time, good night.